Well, got to the trailhead. We're going to walk up this canyon for a little ways. We got our crew here. We're going up that canyon. Halfway to the first hut. And there's our trusty guide here. He's carrying all this food for us. It's great. Day 2 on our 6-day trek across the Himalayas. We're up here at, I don't know, 14,000 feet, something like that. Today we're going up that way. Yesterday was a very difficult day for me in the end. We made it up here in 4.5 hours, which was quite good. But then after I ate, I had an unbelievable headache from altitude sickness. And then I took 2 aspirin and an ibuprofen and slept better than I have on the whole trip. And today I feel great. We'll see how it goes today. I guess there's some pills that help with altitude sickness. That's the most difficult part of this whole hike, is the altitude. Kinda makes it. Last night while I was sleeping, I felt like my body was going through, I don't know what, some type of trauma or something. It's kind of a nice big mountain over there. It's the pass up there. We're taking lunch break. The pass is right up there.
Yes.
And look at all these yaks. Can you believe this guy?
Yes.
He's been carrying eggs and eggs for 2 days. And he hasn't broken a one. Is he incredible or what? Woo! Made it! 5,400 meters. 17,000 feet. There's some of our crew coming up. Some of our crew can't do it all, so yeah! Woo! We made it! And I don't have a headache. I can't believe that. Woo! Here comes Dan. Look at all them yaks down there. We made it up to 17,000 feet. Woo! Woo! Yeah. One girl, yeah. So here's hut number 2. I don't know where we're going today. It's an unbelievable feat. Day 3. Going down through this beautiful canyon. Just getting started. The start of day 3.
Yes.
And the Eggman
Yeah.
has no eggs! No eggs!
Going. Yeah.
We came from down that way, and we're going to be walking on a road all day today. And my trusted guide. There you go. Thank you.
What's it saying?
Now,
So it symbolizes for collecting good merits for all the bad sins that we might have done intentionally and unintentionally, right? So the the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum is scripted on it, and inside this cylindrical still you will find, actually it's bronze I think, you will find papers written with script, Tibetan script Om Mani Padme Hum, the mantra, and it is the mantra of Avalokiteshvara and the mantra of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. There we go. How was it, man?
oh, that felt good.
Good. Okay. The valley, the king name is Singit, the girl name is Dalma.
Yeah,
What other characters you want?
that's all you need.
Are you gonna include my name into? I will call you Stormy.
Stan?
Kiki, so.
Okay, come on over here. Okay, the story will get better as
Say hi, Bob.
I tell it more times.
Hi, say hi.
Hey.
Say hi, Ladakh.
Okay.
Say hi, Russell.
In the year 1250, it was late November, and there was the Sikhs, kings. He had a great army. He was coming north, and King Singha was fleeing north. His troops were depleted, but Prince Marka came up with a plan. And he had thousands of warriors came down that valley, and they acted like they were fleeing the troops, luring in the Sikhs into this death trap, into the wall of fire, unbeknownst to them. And as the Sikh troops poured in, Prince Marka, as he orchestrated the battle, was on top of that point. And the troops were fleeing. They came through the valley. And King Singha was amassing thousands of troops on the backside, unbeknownst to the Sikhs. Prince Marka collected all the oil from the entire kingdom. Thousands and thousands of gallons. They formed a dam right down there. They dug multiple trenches. They dug trenches over there with a dam. When Prince Marka gave the signal, as the troops poured in, they opened the gates. The oil flowed down through the trenches from all directions. And as then King Singha had troops amassed on the other side of this valley, on a pinch point. When they reached over there, Prince Marka gave the signal, and warriors on top of that ridge emerged. Archers down here emerged. He gave the signal. They opened up the gates. Arrows of fire shot down on the trenches, and there were multiple trenches, and the Sikhs were trapped. They lit the trench on the backside over there on the pinch point first. Then they lit it over there on the other side. Thousands of troops right here. Then, as the fire was lit, warriors came off all over the ridge over there. They popped up from all over here, rained arrows of death down upon the Sikhs, and they lived no more. But in the battle, Prince Marka was on top, orchestrating the battle. An arrow hit him. He fell to his death. Princess Dharma, his love, could not stand the loss that she had. And she leapt off of that point and fell to her death because she could not stand to not have her prince to marry and live the rest of her life. Day 5. I believe we're going up that valley. Day 5. I believe we're going up that valley. What? No eggs?
Hello.
No eggs?
Hello.
You're out of eggs?
Yes.
No eggs? Oh well, we ate them all. Here comes the egg man. Here comes, he doesn't have any eggs. He's a free man. He's a free man. No more eggs. No more eggs. Hey! Alright, he's the man.
Varies a little bit between 50 to 100 meters. So I always use the approximity.
So we started at 4,000?
4,000. And Tachungche, the camp down there, the camping, that was at 4,376 meters. And Himalayan would be at 4,841, says according to the itinerary. But the guide, they usually prefer 4,700 because most of them has checked on the altimeter and it always shows 4,730, 4,750 up and down.
So we're going to 4,700?
We're going to 4,700. Yippee, hooray!
Okay.
Bullocks!
Bullocks. And what do you think we're at now? About
As the Britain says.
45 or 44?
For 4,480, 50.
So yeah, we come up then 400 meters.
So
Okay.
we have like
300 to go.
290 to go.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I think we're at about 15,000 plus feet here. Those ladies right there are going up to that first peak right there, which is 6,600 meters over 20-some thousand feet.
So this is the statue of Lord Padmasambhava, the Buddha. He's known as the master of Tantrism. So he's famous for doing Tantrism back in like 10th, 11th century. I'm not so sure of the exact century. And he is known as the lotus-born Buddha. So if you see beneath at the seat that he is sitting, that's a lotus flower. And that is how he came to known as the lotus-born Buddha. His actual name is Guru Padmasambhava. So Guru is a Hindi word, Hindi term, and he actually was from India. He traveled to Tibet, learned Tantrism, and they say back in those times, you know, when Buddhism was flourishing in the northern part, and he went to Tibet. They said that Tibet was under an evil control, you know, so he was the one who freed them from there. Yeah, and yeah, there's one more interesting story about him. He was born in India, and when he was at his young age, a princess became his disciple, and her name is Mandarava. And that prince's father didn't like it because the people from there at that time didn't know who he was, and they started making up, you know, wrong sort of stories about two of them, because both of them would be in a cave and in a room, sometimes in a temple, always doing meditation, and he would be teaching to his disciple. And when the father heard the wrong version stories from the villagers, what they did was brought him to a village, and there was this lake, and it's called Tsopema, and it's like a few hundred kilometers away from Ladakh, somewhere in Himachal Pradesh. And at there he was, burned alive by the king,
Whoa.
just because of the misunderstanding caused by the people, the wrong stories made up by the people. He was burned alive there, and on the next day, the people were so astonished to see that the fire was still burning for like 3-4 days. And like 3-4 days later, they see that a small baby boy was born on a lotus flower right in the middle of the lake. And that is how he got the name, the lotus-born Buddha. And there's that. Thank you for the listening. Tukjete.
I don't know what these are. Are they half yak? Half cows? I have no idea. Day 6. Going up there and over and down.
Oh my God.
These are all the huts. That's the eating quarters. That's the kitchen. If I had the trip to do over again, one thing I would add is I would stay at the tent camp for like an extra day or two. And there's a long traverse going up that's nice and gentle, where you could walk up. And I think if you stayed there one more day, I bet you could get up to 20,000 feet. It'd be pretty cool to go to 20,000 feet. At the pass, 17,200 feet. Might be the highest I ever go in my whole life. Surprised we made it up here in about an hour and a half this morning. Okay. Lunch. a little bit of fresh snow last night. This is where we slept. Day 6.